Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the South Carolina versus Depaul college basketball matchup on Friday, November 17, 2023. Here on YouTube, we do tons of free pick videos just like we do at sportschatplace.com. Pickdawgz, right across social media, live shows. And when you give out that many free picks, you like some games more than others. And those are the games that we give out as our premium picks. We give them at pickdawgz.com under the premium picks tab. Use the discount code PICK to get 15% off. We also now have Dime Club and Sharp Trading Plays. These are meant for people who make big bets. I make big bets. I know a lot of you do as well, but the only way to get them is to text the number that you see on the screen. So text that number and take advantage. But let's get to this one. We've got Depaul and South Dakota battling it out. It's one of these early season tournament action, so it's a late start on the East Coast for a Midwest team and a team that lives on the East Coast in South Carolina. And South Carolina, of course, had an NBA draft pick last year in Johnson. He left this team, but South Carolina is a team that might actually have gotten better. They did have a win in Kentucky, but outside of that, not much to cheer about. It's a tough gig in South Carolina, and that Final Four appearance, well, a long time ago at this point. Meanwhile, when we look at Depaul, this is a team that really is one of the tougher jobs in college basketball. It's amazing because they're right in downtown Chicago where, so many great NBA players come from, so many great players on other college teams. They just can't keep them home because they just can't build a winning program there. All it's going to take is one or two of these guys to stay home. And, I've been saying this for, 25 years, but the thing is really that should be all it would take, and they just haven't had the guy there that's been able to do that. They had a big win last year over Xavier, but outside of that, pretty much the same disappointing DePaul efforts that we've seen. The thing is, they've started the season again and pretty disappointing results so far. Beating South Dakota last time out, but they had lost to Long Beach State and had lost to Purdue Fort Wayne in their two earlier games of the season. For South Carolina, like I said, Johnson gone from the roster, but they got Stute to transfer over from Vandy, another SEC school. So it's like when you get those guys to transfer over, from schools within your same conference, it's kind of like a double bonus there. They have Mac, who put in 17 in the last game against VMI. He's playing some pretty solid basketball as well this season. I think what's happening in South Carolina is they have a team that certainly they're putting some things together. They certainly have some work to do. At DePaul, they're doing the same thing, but I just think they have a lot more work to do than they do at South Carolina. The DePaul offense is pretty terrible, especially when it's shooting the three. The South Carolina defense is pretty tough in those areas, and offensively it's a mismatch because DePaul defensively isn't good enough to defend South Carolina. I think DePaul is going to be in trouble in this one. I'm going to take South Carolina, and that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks today, putting your bets in, be sure to use our betting tools at sportschatplace.com. The betting tools are 100% free. They tell you how often the bets on the board come in and what kind of odds you're getting on those today. That way you can assess the risk reward, putting yourself on the bets that come in the most and pay the most. That's how you make money betting on sports.